Here we go, guys, welcome back to Points of Aim in Atherton Indoor Range again, 30 yards. I'm going to mount a scope today, Nikko Stirling Hornet 10 to 50 by 60 ED. I'm just going to lower this radio. I'm going to stick it on the BSA R10. Sorry, I'm going to stick it on the BSA Gold Star 177. Let's open the box. Oh. Where's my little hats? Got me paperwork. When I purchased this, they forgot to put the screws in to attach the side wheel to the scope. So they kindly sent me some. That was tactical scopes. So thanks very much. First class post, 24-hour delivery. The BKL mounts that I ordered with the scope, say first time buyer, 5% off. And these little things here. There, to loosen and tighten the caps at the end of the scope. Two little tools. Sunshade. Won't be using a sunshade today. The scope itself. There we go. So as I say, bargain off tactical scopes. This, if you Google it, look at the prices, they're quite cheaper than the others at the moment, plus your 5% off. That's what it looks like. Clip open, all the way back. See, a little tool. I've scratched it there, little, that goes in, like so, and that'll turn and twist to lock or unlock. Take your covers off, or take your cover off here and put your sunshades on, and you just use the bigger one. So I'm going to mount this, put the BKL mounts on. I'll be back shortly. I'll just pause this video. So there's the BKL mounts I'll be using. There you go. Oh, these are silver. I've got two sets of these. I've got a black set as well. So they're brand new. Just to make them look different on my rifle. Don't know what this is for. Let's have a look. Now to set your mounts up, box with all the different scope mounts you can get at the side, razors, different size, spirit level, code for what you're buying. Yeah, I've got the 300 series medium. Let's see what's in this. Guessing this is the Allen key for the scope rings, mounts. Yep. Yeah, it's the right one. So I'll set this up, be back shortly. Right, here we go. I'm going to put up my black BKL mounts on this. Rather than the new silver ones. So here we go. Set this up. Hopefully that's wide enough. Take the Allen screw out. Yeah, fits on. Can't quite see it. Goes through the threaded hole. There you go. That's ready to go on. Good fit, slide it back. Next one. Slacken that off. So the Allen screw goes the hole on the left as you look at the mount upside down. Turn it round, and when you're fitting it, it goes through the large hole into the threaded area on the other side. Fits perfect. I'll just slightly tighten them up, take a bit of slack out, and then I'll see where the scope's going to sit next. That's the slack taken out of them. Next is take the caps off the top. There you go. Try and keep the same screws off the same cap, just in case you have problems with any threads. Make sure the scope clears the barrel. As you can see in this case, it does. I think that's where I'll be having the mount set for my face on the cheek rest, I think. Just slacken the front one off a bit. That's it. Oh, double check. Don't forget it, you might have a magazine in this where it might impede your scope, so make sure when you set your mounts up they're not on the way. And when you put the caps back on, don't tighten one side and then the other side too tight. Don't forget, try and leave the same gap each side. That way you won't put too much stress on the scope, so don't over tighten them. If you hold the scope in place, they don't have to be lamped. Otherwise you can leave marks or squash your actual scope itself. So I'm just going to take some spirit levels out for a minute. Make sure the gun's level. Make sure the scope's level. Give it a little nip up. That's to stop you can't be shooting your rifle at an angle. The further you shoot, the worse you'll be off centre. So I just need to zero the scope and check the gap on the clamps. I'll be back in a minute. Here we go, folks. Point of aim back. I've had my camera turned off for a minute or two. I'm going to put this set of targets up. 10 mag, 20 mag, 30 mag, 40 mag, 50 mag. I'm going to spin it back round to 25 to see if the scope holds at 0. So I'm going to go down and zero the scope. It's 30 yards using JSB 8.44 grain pellets. So let's go and put this target up, see how we do. Zoom in. Hopefully the camera will focus in. As usual, it's always me with the camera. Right, that's about the best I'm going to get it. So BSA, Gold Star SE, 177, Nikko Stirling Hornet ED 10 to 50 by 60. So, tactical scopes. So they got a bargain on the scope at the minute, just under £500. Have a look online. I've seen them for 690s. This was in the 490s. So JSB 8.44 grain pellets. So the rifle's not zeroed in, but we're going to shoot it 10 times magnification, top left. So it's a bit noisy. I've got an air stripper on the rifle, not a silencer. As you can see, slightly to the left of the centre, slightly high. So I need to turn the turrets slightly to the right and slightly down. Just turn that a few clicks. 4 clicks to the right. These are 1/20th MRAD. One more click to the right, I think, should do it. I'll do 3 clicks down now, but it's shooting slightly high, so it needs to come down. So turn it down on the turret. Just about zeroed in on 10 times mag. I've now put the rifle on 20 times mag for the next target along. Three shots through the same hole, so they are slightly a fraction above the red dot, but I think it is holding at 0. Next along is the 30 times mag. There's no 30 mark, it goes 28 to 32, so I've put the marker in between. Don't know if that's me or the pellet. I don't think it's the scope. I've done 3 shots, I'll do the 4th. Not very good grouping, but to be honest with you, I think the scope is holding a 0. Soon find out. Let's go up to 40 mag. So it's still crystal clear. I just can't quite show you through the camera. It's a bit awkward lining the camera up to the scope eyepiece. Yeah, and I'll do 4 shots even though I was only doing 3. I think it's me or the pellets. So 2 lots of groups. Got to be down to me that. Just trying to line the camera up to the last group on the right there, 50 mag. That's 4 shots. They are tight groups. Them, if I take a 5 pence on them. Oops, get this camera right. There wouldn't be much in it. It's them ones. 0 there. So the target with no holes in, I'll put the magnification down to 25. And see if it's still holding its magnification. I say they're there or thereabouts. I think the bad grouping is me. Bit of a pain in the leg I've got, so I'm squirreling about on the chair at the minute. So 25 mag, 3 shots, possibly 4. That's 3 shots grouped, 1 more shot. So that's 4 shots through a hole about 2 pellets wide. Don't forget these are 177 pellets, so it's only a small hole, but from here without going down to the 30 yards where the target is, you can see the grouping's good, so I think the scope most definitely holds it to 0. Going from 10 to 50 down to 25. I'll pick the target up, bring it back to the bench, and you can have a little look for yourself. So see you shortly when I go and get the targets. So just to sum up, that's the BSA Gold Star SE. That's the Nikko Stirling Hornet with the BKL black mounts on. Good set of mounts. Side wheel on. And there's the 5p test to see if the scope was holding at 0. The bad shooting's me, to be honest, but look at that for grouping. But so I've got a bit of a pain in my leg at the moment. But there's the 5p test. 10 mag, 20 mag, 30 mag, 40 mag, 50 mag. So they do cover it. Back down to 25, and if you can see, with all the 5p's out the way, they're just above the red dot, or just almost on it. So the scope holds at 0, going up and down. That's me moving about. Slightly small percentage of the pellets. They're not weighed and sized and all that, but definitely a good scope. I'd recommend buying one under £500. Say, I'll put some information on the video, and first time buyers 5%. That's why I bought the BKL mount. They practically come free because of the discount. 30 yards range. So thanks for watching Atherton Indoor. Thanks for borrowing Al's rifle as well to test the scope on. So see you soon. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know what you think of the video, please.